In today's show, big day today. We're anticipating the official ETF approval from the SEC during the live stream, so it's going to be lit. You already know. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the latest expectations and predictions from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model, as well as the latest Jamie Dimon FUD. This guy never stops. We'll also be discussing the Fidelity app list on the Bitcoin ETFs of ARK 21 shares, Van Eck Wisdom Tree, and Invesco. Let's go. Also be breaking down the latest with the institutions seeding their spot Bitcoin ETFs, as well as the ETF inflows can push Bitcoin to this massive price target, according to banking giant Standard Chartered. We'll also be discussing the SEC did not have their two-factor authenticator enabled, and the ex-safety team on the fake Bitcoin ETF posts. We'll also be discussing U.S. senators seek Gary Gensler's report on the X breach with the deadline this Monday. So Gary, you got splaining to do. Also, spot Bitcoin ETFs, a week of high stakes and expectations. Also, breaking news, all systems a go at Bloomberg as terminal populates all 11 proposed Bitcoin ETFs. We'll also be discussing the latest from the high priest Max Keiser, quoting him here. Gary, and the sudden SEC shock is a good lesson. Any Bitcoin held by any of the ETFs on offer in the U.S., as stipulated in the prospectus, can be seized by the U.S. government at any time for any reason they deem. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Massive celebration today. Yesterday was the fake out and we caught it live on stream. I think we're going to get the official announcement today. It's due between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern. And right now it's just over 3 p.m. So probably within the next hour or so. Let's get this mofo lit. Please pump the stream by pumping the likes. I greatly appreciate it, family. So welcome everyone just joining us. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that like button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day like this, as well as subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price action, which could potentially happen within the next 48 hours, according to the high priest Max Keiser. We'll be discussing that a little later on in the show. Today is pod number 1518. I'm your host, JV, and today is January 10th, 2024, a day you'll never forget. Going down in Bitcoin history, fam. So let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see Bitcoin currently trading just above 46,300. Ether is breaking out, up almost 9%, trading just shy of 2,500. While XRP, Cardano, and AVAX are in the red, in the green, with BNB and Solana in the red. And checking out for the past 30 days, let's get a more broader perspective of the market here. As you can see on your screen, we got Bitcoin still up 5% on the month, BNB up 23%, Solana 28%, Ether 4.5%, with XRP, Cardano, and AVAX correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap is pumping at $1.73 trillion with roughly 99 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance has been lit. We touched 54% yesterday, pull back some today at 52.5%. You can thank the SEC for that one. And the Ether dominance dropped down to 15.9% yesterday. Today it's pumping at 17.2%. My question for y'all, how high do you think the Bitcoin dominance is likely to climb for this bull run? Let me know, family. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, Rocket Pool leading the pack, up 23%, followed by Arbitrum, up 22%, followed by Optimism, up almost 20%. Below that, we got Blur, Lido DAO, Synthetics, and Mantle. Now, which altcoins are you most bullish on for this bull run of 2024 and 2025? Let me know in the comments, fam. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective of the altcoin market. You can see many of the alts are pumping big time today. You got eHex and Hex both up collectively 40% each. We got MNT up, Lido DAO, RPL, and Optimism. And zooming out on the monthly to get a broader perspective. Overall, many of the alts crushing, some of them up over 100%, including ICP, SATS, Stacks, INJ up 77%, BSV 84%, and Astar up 73%, with Say up 169% and Osmo 112%. Can you say alt season? And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, yesterday we touched 76 in extreme greed, the highest we've seen this in quite some time. Today we're back down at a 73 greed. Last week, a 70, and last month, a 74 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Never underestimate the pump. Welcome everyone just joining. Pump the likes, pump the stream. You know what to do. But now let's dive into our Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for men. Let's check out the charts where the Bitcoin price action is likely to go next. Here we go. Bitcoin seems unlikely to produce a snap bull market response to the US SEC's approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF, analysts warn. In a market update on January 10th, trading firm QCP Capital acknowledged a lack of upside Bitcoin price volatility. Bitcoin saw whipsaw price moves overnight as a hacker allegedly published a false official approval of the spot US Bitcoin ETF. And appearing on the SEC's account, the post was the result of a so-called SIM swap attack. Reps from the platform subsequently revealed, quoting them here, "We can also confirm that the account did not have two-factor authentication enabled at the time when the account was compromised." That's pretty alarming coming from the SEC, who's supposed to be protecting investors, yet they can't even protect their own X account. Things that make you go, Now, during the attack and subsequent reaction of the approval by the SEC, Bitcoin managed to head close to 48,000, which we witnessed live on the pod yesterday. If you were here to witness it, let me know in that chat. Now, for QCP Capital, this has wilder implications. Even the official go-ahead may not give the Bitcoin bulls the kind of response they're hoping for. Let's share what they had to say here. The initial reaction to the approval was muted, with Bitcoin being unable to trade out of the resistance area. Well, the reason for that is because Gary subsequently announced it wasn't official, and we immediately dumped. It's like insider market manipulation, if you're to ask me. But anyways, here's what they said. "We take this as a warning sign that an approval is mostly priced in, and there may not be a huge rally post the approval. I want to make it clear, I disagree. I'm anticipating a massive rally after the approval." But what are your thoughts, fam? Let me know. Now, as reported, 48,000 has become the go-to consensus level. In fact, it's now the new 22-month high for the Bitcoin price. Now, what happens after that is a matter of debate. Some see further sideways price action, while more bearish takes demand significant correction towards 35,000 or even lower. Now, I disagree with that. I think it's highly unlikely we drop below 40,000 off the back of this news. What are your thoughts, fam? I'm not even going to read you these $12,000 predictions from Crypto Capo because personally, I think it's ridiculous. But I do want to share from right here from Bit Harrington, Bitcoin having one, having two average, $500, having two to having three average, $5,000, having three to having four average, 50,000, having four to having five average. What do you think, fam? 500,000. Do you see a pattern? We ultimately just add a zero every halving. This is basically Plan B's Bitcoin stock to flow model simplified. So 500,000, send it. And ultimately, if you're new to the stock to flow, it's predicting Bitcoin hovering between 100,000 and $1 million per coin between 2024 and 2028. Let's get it. And here's a post from Plan B himself. "I expect 55,000 Bitcoin at the halving, 100,000 in 2024, $532,000 in 2025. Send it. And let's get it." Now, here's the new Jamie Dimon FUD, quoting him from a brand new interview making the rounds. Now, what's very interesting about this, he was just JP Morgan Chase's company in which he's the CEO of was just announced as the authorized participant with BlackRock. So they're going to be heavily investing into Bitcoin. But here's what he just said. "I've always said the Bitcoin doesn't have value. The actual use cases are sex trafficking, tax avoidance, anti-money laundering, and terrorist financing." Now here's the translation. "I was the banker for Jeffrey Epstein, the biggest child sex trafficker known to mankind. Never forget the following headlines, fam. JP Morgan pays $75 million to settle lawsuit over Jeffrey Epstein ties. Cargo ship owned by JP Morgan. Chase seized by the US with 20 tons of cocaine. JP Morgan hit with $200 million in fines for letting employees use WhatsApp to avoid the regulator reach. JP Morgan Chase to pay $264 million in fines for bribing foreign officials by hiring their friends and family. 2 former JP Morgan traders sentenced to prison for fraud, and JP Morgan Chase to pay $614 million for submitting false claims for FHA insured and VA guaranteed mortgage loans. And guess what? That's just the tip of the Berg, if you know what I'm saying. They've collectively paid over $38 billion in fines for illicit activity like money laundering, spoofing precious metal markets. The list goes on and on. Welcome, everyone. We now have over 2,000 people in the chat. I greatly appreciate everyone's support. You guys are incredible. Let's get this mofo lit. Pump the likes, pump the stream. The goal is over 3,000 concurrent viewers as we hit 2,300 yesterday off the back of the fake news. You know what I mean? And I actually have a bonus story to share with you right now because this actually just came in as well. Fidelity app lists the Bitcoin ETFs of ARK 21 shares, Van Eck, Wisdom Tree, and Invesco. So let's discuss this really quick as a little bonus. In growing sign that spot ETFs may be approved, stock brokerage services Fidelity Investments listed several of the proposed ETFs on its web app January 10th, including ARK 21 shares, Van Eck Bitcoin Trust, Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin, Franklin Bitcoin ETF, Wisdom Tree, and the list goes on. So that's what's up. Just another sign that we're likely to get the approval here in a little bit. At the time, other proposed spot Bitcoin ETFs are not listed on the app, including the BlackRock iShares, Bitcoin Trust, Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust, and Hashdex's Bitcoin ETF. The decision not to list these products doesn't necessarily mean they won't eventually be listed, but it is interesting. The Fidelity app pages for these funds appear to have been populated from templates. They contain stock risk disclaimers and a blank chart, as you can see on your screen. Presently, the shares for these funds cannot be purchased on the open pages. The listings on Fidelity provide further evidence that these funds may be on the verge of being approved today between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern. On the same day that Fidelity listed these funds, the CBOE, BZX Stock Exchange also listed ARK, HODL, BTCO, BTCW, and EZBC, as well as the FBTC in its interface. These funds aren't available for purchase on the CBOE, but they have still not officially been approved by the SEC yet. Now, on January 9th, as we know, there was a fake post saying that everything was approved, which we witnessed in real time. Also, I want to point out the institutions are seeding their spot Bitcoin ETFs with the following: Bitwise, $200 million, Van Eck, $72.5 million, Fidelity, $20 million, BlackRock. What's up with these rookie numbers, Mr. Lawrence Fink? Only $10 million? What are we doing? Invesco Galaxy, $5.1 mil, Hashdex, $2.8 mil, and Wisdom Tree, $2.5 mil. The funds are starting to flow, and we just getting this mofo started. But anyways, fam, we have so much breaking news to share, so let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss this $200,000 target by Standard Chartered Bank. And if you don't know, guess who is the primary shareholder of Standard Chartered? You guessed it right. BlackRock. They own a percentage of over 80% of the companies in the S&P 500, making them more powerful than the U.S. government. Some would speculate that the U.S. government and BlackRock are intertwined and one and the same. What are your thoughts, fam? But anyways, here's the latest. Banking giant Standard Chartered thinks Bitcoin could potentially soar to $200,000 per coin by the end of 2025. I'd say that's a bearish target. What do you guys think? In a new research note, their bank analysts predicted 50 to 100 billion worth of cash will inflow into the spot ETFs in the US this year, unlocking massive potential gains for the top crypto asset by market cap. The bank's research was shared by investor Mike Alfred, quoting him here. Standard Chartered just put out a note saying that we could see 50 to 100 billion of spot Bitcoin ETF inflows in 2024 and a Bitcoin price of 200,000 by the end of 2025. This is a big traditional bank, folks. The whole world is about to wake on this. And as he shares here, Bitcoin price upside from the US spot ETF approval. This is an official document dated January 8th, 2024 by Standard Chartered. Now, the analyst predicts Bitcoin gains will materialize faster than gold witnessed after the approval of the first gold ETF because they think the Bitcoin ETF market will mature quicker than that of gold. I agree with that. They also think Bitcoin is likely to reach 100,000 per coin by the end of this year. Send it. 100K Fiesta coming in Puerto Rico, fam. Bitcoin is currently trading above 46 Gs. The US SEC approved the launch of the first Bitcoin ETFs, futures that is, back in October of 2021. Interestingly enough, it was the following month we broke out and hit that 69,000 all-time high. I believe the date was November 10th of 2021. Now, the regulator has so far denied all spot Bitcoin ETF apps, though that appears primed to change now at any minute. A slew of financial giants has submitted active spot ETF apps, and numerous industry analysts anticipate some or all of them to be approved today within the next couple of hours, family. Fox Business reported over the weekend that BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, expects the SEC to greenlight its Bitcoin ETF application today. So let's freaking go. What are your thoughts, fam? Are we going to see this ETF approval today, during today's live? Is it going to be later this week? Could it potentially get pushed back again as some off-the-wall shenanigans comes in from Gary Gensler? Let me know your thoughts. But anyways, family, let's continue. Keep pumping the stream, pump the likes, and let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss the latest with the so-called alleged SEC hack, which occurred yesterday during our live stream. The title reads, the SEC did not have their two-factor authenticator enabled. The ex-safety team on the fake Bitcoin ETF post. Let's break it down. The safety team has revealed that the US SEC did not have their two-factor authenticator enabled on its main X account, allowing a hacker to gain access to it. The embarrassing revelation for the SEC for a security breach that rocked the crypto markets today with a false approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF from the SEC's official account on X. Now, in the January 10th post, X's safety page wrote that the SEC hack occurred because an unidentified actor gained control of the phone number associated with the account and used that to gain access to the SEC's official X page. This is more commonly known as a SIM swap hack. Here's what the X team shared. We can confirm that the account, the SEC government, was compromised, and we have completed a preliminary investigation. And based on our investigation, the compromise was not due to any breach of X's systems, but rather due to an unidentified individual obtaining control over a phone number. So there you have it. We can also confirm that the account did not have two-factor authentication enabled at the time the account was compromised. Now, a SIM swap hack is a form of identity theft where an attacker takes over a victim's phone number, allowing them to access social media, bank, as well as crypto accounts. In this case, the hacker is likely to have convinced a third-party telecommunications provider to hand over control of the phone number tied to the SEC account. If the hacker also knew the correct email address used to sign into the account, they could use the phone number to reset the SEC's official account password and gain access. My question, how did they regain access within 10 minutes of being hacked? That's very unusual. Typically, it can take days, weeks, months to recover the account. So things that make you go, Blockchain sleuth Zach XBT took the opportunity. And shout out to Emilio. I appreciate the super family. Says, today, fam, will be a part of history. What's the second best Bitcoin podcast? There is no second best. Appreciate you, family. And good to hear you pump. So yeah, I mean, this is quite hilarious. Zach XBT shared, hi, Gary Gensler. This is a reminder to secure your financial accounts as well as protect against identity theft and fraud. Please remember to use strong passphrases or passwords, set up multi-factor authenticator, and keep the account alerts turned on. So United States Senators J.D. Vance and Tom Tillis penned a letter to Gensler January 9th, lashing the agency for its lack of operational security and asking for an explanation for the incident within the next 4 days, with the due date being Monday. These developments raise serious concerns regarding the Commission's internal cybersecurity procedures and are anti-ethical to the Commission's tripart mission to protect investors, according to the letter coming from Senator Vance, which was officially announced here on X. Now, Vance and Tillis's letter joined a growing roster of calls from transparency on the matter, with several members of Congress also demanding an official investigation into the incident. U.S. Senator Bill Haggerty called the SEC on its own turf, saying that if this mishap has been caused by an actor on the other side of the fence, the agency would naturally call for an investigation. Quoting him here, just like the SEC would demand accountability from a public company if they made such a colossal market-moving mistake. Congress needs answers on what just happened. This is unacceptable, Gary. Now, U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis added her voice to the fray, demanding transparency into fraudulent announcements. The ex-owner and Tesla CEO Elon, meanwhile, took the opportunity to push back on an earlier claim made on CNBC that the SEC hack resulted from X's own internal systems being breached, which we know is nothing more than FUD. Elon wrote, that's how the legacy media runs. Amen. So there you go. What do you think really happened with this hack? There's a lot of speculation as well that someone from the SEC meant to time the tweet for today and accidentally hit post, and then they try to cover it up and ultimately say, oh, we have been hacked. So I'd love to know your thoughts, family. Our next story is discussing Gary Gensler and the X breach, which occurred officially on yesterday. U.S. senators seek Gensler's report on the X breach Let's go. Here's the latest. 2 USC senators are calling on the US SEC to provide a report to Congress about the January 9th breach. In the same day, letter to SEC chair, Senators Vance and Thom described the incident as raising serious concerns about the commissioner's cybersecurity procedures. It was a compromised social media post was indeed a result of a cybersecurity attack. Would it be possible for the commission to provide Congress with a report on the breach within 4 business days? If not, please explain why. We now got close to 4,000 people on the stream. Pump the likes. This is history in the making right now. We just got word that the ETFs have officially been approved, though it hasn't been announced yet from the official SEC government site. Gary Gensler wrote, the SEC Gov Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing of the trading spot Bitcoin ETFs. Again, this was yesterday, family. Based on our investigation, the compromise was not due to any breach of the X systems, as I mentioned a little earlier. Then we have the senator and congressman. They want answers as well from Gary Gensler, and he actually is going to have to respond by, I believe it is Monday. So there you go. And we'll see what's trending as far as announcements right now. Breaking news 2 minutes ago, the SEC has officially approved all spot Bitcoin ETFs coming from the Bitcoin therapist. Let's see who else. Let's see. Bitcoin ETF has been approved. 1 minute ago, Kevin Svensson has confirmed. The SEC approved the first spot Bitcoin ETF, source DB. There you go. ETF officially approved. Breaking, SEC approves the first spot Bitcoin ETF, Watcher Guru. Michael Van de Poppe, official. Bitcoin spot ETFs are approved by the SEC. Trading will start tomorrow on the 11th of January on the NASDAQ, CBOE, and more. This is a historical day. Congrats to everyone. And here's coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission. So here's the official announcement. Maybe this was taken from their website. So it does look to be official, family. The SEC has officially approved the spot Bitcoin ETF. Breaking, Bitcoin ETF approved. There you go. Jamie Dimon FUD never ends. All Bitcoin ETFs approved as predicted. So the whole bulk of them, the whole basket has been approved. This is coming from the SEC. I guess that may be from their website. All the Bitcoin ETFs have been approved. Let's get it. ETF is approved. Happy Bitcoin ETF approval day. Let's go. So here is the website here. After 10 years, we finally have the Bitcoin spot ETF. We need to thank the SEC for waiting 10 years because this is the most bullish thing for Bitcoin. 19.5 million coins have been mined, and a large majority of those coins are in the hand of ideologues. We are never selling boomers. Whoa, so major. The Bitcoin ETFs, this is what Pompliano has to say. The Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved by the SEC. Historic day. Congratulations to everyone who worked tirelessly to get to this point. Onwards and upwards. Whoa, yes. Breaking, BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF has been accepted. Apparently, they've all been accepted. SEC has approved the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Everyone's celebrating. SEC approves first spot Bitcoin ETF. They didn't tweet it this time, so it must be real. Good point. No tweet, so maybe it is real. What do you guys think, family? Let me know. I'm going to read some more of the comments, so it looks to be official. The SEC has not announced it yet, though. That is true. They haven't announced it on X, but apparently it's on the website. ETH is mooning. Let's see if Bitcoin moons here shortly. We're not pumping yet, interestingly enough. Why is the price still like that? That's a good question. We'll look at the charts in a little bit as well. Lambo, let's go. Mayan saying it is approved. Makes this fine wine taste all the better. Check Eric Balchunas. You got it. Let's pull up Eric Balchunas as per your request. Let's see what Balchunas has to say. ETF analyst over at Bloomberg. Balchunas. Here we go. Eric Balchunas' timeline live and in the flesh. Let's see what he says. His most recent tweet 3 minutes ago. Order granting accelerated approval. It's over. Thank God. So there you go. It's official. Coming from Eric Balchunas. He's sharing, I guess, from the SEC website. And it shows you right here. So it does seem to be official. No shocker, the site is down, probably because too many people on it right now. So the SEC government website was temporarily unavailable, but then he posted a screenshot right here. So it is official, fam. I trust Balchunas. He says, order granting accelerated approval. It is over. Thank the Lord. There you go. And I'm going to actually retweet this right now because this is breaking news. The real Gary Gensler just chimed in.
Not on the SEC website yet.
Thank you, Gary. We appreciate your insights. I'm going to retweet this for the crypto fam right now. Spot Bitcoin ETFs are all officially approved. Let's freaking go. Now pump the likes, pump the stream, family. We appreciate everyone's support. This is a historic day. As we anticipated, we got the approval during the live stream. So welcome to a part of history here. And shout out to all my crypto Bitcoin hodlers. And let me spell that right. ETFs. I forgot the F. Bada boom, bada bing. And we almost got 4,000 people on the stream right now, family. I greatly appreciate that. I meant to actually show my screen. I'm doing a little retweet of the news right here from Eric Balchunas, granting the accelerated approval. Spot Bitcoin ETFs all officially approved. Let's freaking go. And I'm going to hit post. So there you have it. It's official, in the books. Done deal. Let's freaking go. Now let me see if I can get back to the chat, family. Tomorrow, the universe and beyond. That's right. So we get the official launch tomorrow. Look, Nipsey's celebrating. He must have channeled it through Satoshi or something. It's not normal. He does that during a live stream. So shout out to Nip. Can't find it on the SEC site. Always expect the unexpected. Amen. I preach that every day. It's not official yet. Can you please link the SEC approval official? I can't send links. They don't show up for whatever reason. YouTube don't allow me to post my own links in my own chat. It's funny how Bitcoin is not going up, but maybe worried it's not true. Probably mass confusion and probably all by design. What do you guys think? Yes, please call your Saudi friend, Mohammed. We need to get that 4,000 in the chat, baby. Let's go. Gary approved the ETF. Oops. You peeps got punked 2 days in a row. Don't say that, Wayne. The dog is channeling Satoshi as he does each and every day, family. Let's go. And I still have other news to share with you, so let me continue with where I left off. Give me a second. Let's see where we left off here, because we just got this breaking news in. High week of expectations, I believe, is our next story. So let's dive into our next story of the day, which is right here. ETF high stakes, baby. Expectations and high stakes. Let's see if there's anything intriguing to share with you. We know we just got the approval. Gaber Gerback says there's no coincidences. Oh, interesting. Hell Finney, classic tweet. Interesting. January 10th, 2009, as he points out here. And guess what it is? It's January 10th today. Holy moly. Yeah, go figure. So maybe it was all anticipated to happen. Spot Bitcoin ETF approval expected. It is official. According to Balchunas, we just got the official announcement. Bitcoin briefly tumbled below 45,000 amid the looming ETF decision, which we know. Bitcoin short ETPs record 1 million weekly outflows in anticipation of the Bitcoin ETF approval. Bitcoin index tips into extreme greed as market holds its breath. For the ETFs, Standard Chartered tips 200,000, which we already covered. They're expecting a $200,000 Bitcoin price by 2025. And as I pointed out earlier, the primary shareholder of Standard Chartered is none other than the one and only BlackRock. So there you go, family. Yeppers, all spot 13s are approved. Let's go. It's not on the SEC website. Why would we pump immediately? All the companies offering ETFs have already loaded their Bitcoin bags. It is pumping. SEC has officially approved Bitcoin ETFs. Yes. Gary is silent. Go figure. You think he'd be live right now explaining all this, but no. JV is live doing Gary's work. Gary with the silent R. Moon time, baby. ETH up over 10%. Why? I'm glad I have ETH, but what the frick? Says Jeremy. Where is T-Man Bonds, right? SEC, 11 approved. Gary with the silent R. The highest of stakes. Glory. Let's go. We pumping right now. But anyways, let's dive into our feature story of the day. Then we'll do our live Q&A and we could check out the live charts and see what's happening off the back of this news. Now that it is official, the ETFs have been approved. Congratulations to all my Bitcoin hodlers. Well done. We're going to check the charts, but first I'm just going to read some new tweets from Max Keiser that he shared earlier today, because that's our feature story of the day. So here's the latest from the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. He shared here, Gary and the sudden SEC shock is a good lesson. So here's the lesson. Any Bitcoin held by any of the ETFs on offer in the US, as stipulated in the prospectus, can be seized by the US government at any time for any reason which they deem. The ETF holder will get the USD equivalent and pay the tax, but the government will keep your BTC. Coinbase, the custodian, has already turned over private information and tracking info about their customers to the IRS. Bitcoin ETFs do not equal Bitcoin. So there you have it. He also tweeted, Bitcoin replaces the central banks, the nation states, and organized religions. He also tweeted, they don't want to attack Bitcoin. They just want your Bitcoin. ETF hodlers I'm referring to. The ETF gives you no guarantee that you actually own any BTC. He also says, reminder, Wall Street needs Bitcoin ETFs to stay relevant. Fact, Bitcoin's going to $1 million with or without Wall Street. He also shared, hey, Bitcoin ETF noobs, welcome to Bitcoin hell. It only gets worse. Just hodl and chill. 220,000 per Bitcoin in play. He also says 220,000 in play in that subsequent tweet, and also that $100,000 Bitcoin is a magnet. The move from here to there can happen within the next 48 hours. And he got over 144,000 views on that tweet. Also, he says the Bitcoin price is catching up to the hash rate implied target of 460,000. And I'm not going to scroll down because it would be doing an injustice. You don't want to see Bankman-Fried half naked, but ultimately saying the Bitcoin price should be at 460,000 right now as per the hash rate. And so big news, family. This is all trending right now. We got the spot ETFs all officially approved, as I announced here on X. And let's see what else is trending right now in my timeline to get an idea of what's happening. Let's see. Get a refresh. And then breaking, SEC officially approves all the spot ETFs, and that includes Van Eck, Bitwise, Fidelity, Franklin, Valkyrie, Hashdex, ARK Invest, Grayscale, BlackRock, Wisdom Tree, and Invesco Galaxy. Here's the official from the Vanessa Countryman, the secretary, I guess, over at the SEC. It says it is threshold or therefore ordered pursuant to Section 19B2, the Exchange Act, and hereby we are approved on the accelerated basis by the commission. Only took 10 years. That's what's up. Wow, look at a young Kathy Wood. Woohoo! Let's go get them. It's time, family. That's pretty incredible. What a time to be alive. You know what to do. Start the Bitcoin protocol. The memes for the win. Why'd they remove it from their website so fast? That is interesting, as pointed out here 4 minutes ago. The SEC website can't be found for that official announcement, so it's a kind of a little odd, wouldn't you say? Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved. Crypto community going wild. Let's go. For real this time? All this because of BitBoy. Thank you so much. I don't know about all that. What do you guys think? Amazing news. We're going to smash that buy button. Aren't we going to see a new all-time high this year? Absolutely. BlackRock's iBit will change crypto. It's not signed. The website is blank. Another rug. What do you guys think? Are they playing with our emotions? Is this bullish? Like if you own Bitcoin before the ETF. Smart man right there. The news to assimilate. What other news? Finally, the hacker. This was the hacker over at the SEC. Busted. We now have over 4,000 people on the stream. This is an epic day. The SEC government website was compromised and an unauthorized page was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading. Please don't say that again. For real, for real? Is this another bad joke, family? What do you guys think? Because I want clarity from the SEC. Let's go to the SEC X post because the website is down right now, apparently. This is what the is see if there's any new posts. Nothing new. What more do you expect from the SEC? Doing a terrible job protecting investors. Let's go to Gary, Mr. Gensler, chairman of the SEC, live and on X right now. We're trying to get the official announcement from the SEC themselves, because what if their website was hacked? You never know. And nothing new. Go figure. Go figure, fam. Nothing new. Nothing new. Incredible. Let's see, who else can we look up? Let me check the chat. You guys tell me whose X account we can look up. We're trying to get the official announcement from the SEC. The SEC website is down, though people posted screenshots when the website was up that it had been approved. So you never know. It is not approved, says Stewart. It hasn't been approved, dummies. Not approved yet. So you're saying JV fell sucker 2 days in a row? He had no choice but to approve. Exactly, because denying it would have been criminal.